from you. I don't want your worship. If I saw you and you, like, try to bow down before me or something, I'd smack you, because I would be the one who had to bow down before you. What I'm saying is that if you cross into my threshold and my own, I will kiss your fucking feet. Literally. It's because thrown out of heaven for not worshiping this creation created by your creator. You know, I'm not making this mistake. What I'm saying is that I know I come off like an asshole, but everybody around me, I give them worship, whatever anybody wants, they give worship. Just because I talk this way over the fucking video or the video and rub it in people's faces, that's because it's on everything. There's no way to fuck it up. You know, you'll see the Vatican with the Jesus statue in the fire. It looks like a snake. That's because it's the great dragon, Typhon and Sut, joined in an androgynous relationship. You'll see the whole mouth of the congregation is in the mouth of the snake. We will leap into the flame, mouth of the snake below you.
Yeah. Do you get why you're screaming this stuff out? It may take some time to, like, sink in, but
I don't need to hail Satan. I don't want your fucking worship. This is not a religion or anything like this. We got to stay focused. For the benefit of all, we need to get the sealed elect together by the book. Then it's like everything's by the book. It's not something the gods would argue, not something your government would argue, your religion would argue. Any common person, you go to school, you've got to do everything by the book, you got to pay your taxes, everything by the book. Everything's by the book. We do everything here at this company by the book. You know, study up your case law. Everything's by the book. Your police chief, we do things by the book, and this precinct. You know, I'm just saying to you, this is not something people can run. If I can't run from it, no other motherfucker's going to run from it. Eventually, you're going to have to come to the realization that I'm not full of shit, and that your grandma didn't need to die, your great-grandma didn't, and all your people in your family tree didn't need to die. They didn't need to die.
Yeah.
Why has it come to now where I have to scream this shit out religiously and tell people, like, let it take hold? I mean, if I'd stop for like one day, it's like, you'll be like, wow, oh my God. Somebody has to do it. You know, you might say, why am I putting all those gory videos of claymation up?
I like that.
Until you get to this place, you're going to die. You've seen that movie 1,000 or 1,000,000 Ways to Die. You're a zombie. And you know what happens to zombies? They show it to you in all those zombie movies. Stick bullets in their head and chopped up with chainsaws and all kinds of shit. That's natural order, right? You're a zombie. And until you figure out, like, the elixir of immortality, the Holy Grail type stuff, that your creator is real and taking names. Really, like people say, I'm demonic or demons are going to get you. This is the funniest shit ever. I mean, come on. This is the funniest shit ever. You see what I've been getting away with? Okay, if there's some scary force out there that's going to come after you, it would have came after me long fucking before and, like, done something. Because like they show you in Dante's Inferno, the Smoking God uploaded that 5-minute video, and I just uploaded it to my channel. And what it spells it out for you. I mean, literally, all the shit I've been saying is like coming out of this cartoon. And you think that's an accident? So when you think of like demons or angels, these are like the elemental forces or spirits of the universe that are capturing people's minds and attentions to bring them down the road to make them say the type of shit like I say. Like, you know, where you reverse it, it comes out to, oh, like, laugh it up, go to hell. All the shit that I've been saying reverses up to some pretty clear shit. So this is like the same type of thing. The fact that the script writers wrote that shit out for an actor to speak in a studio where the animation matches, or any type of movie where it's compasses are pointing, or like Jumanji with the green shit. It's literally Pirates of the Caribbean. They show you the upside down world, the true heart's desire, which is eternal life, forgiveness for your filthy soul, passion in the Garden of Eden. I know you think it's wealth and treasure, but that's not it. You don't need wealth and treasure when everything is like built to cater to you and everybody else.
Yeah.
What do you need trinkets of? We'll just cover our castles with it, like they covered buildings with this gold. To think that you would pocket it and use it as something to bargain with somebody. To bargain, it's like whatever it is that you think you got to have. I mean, it's like the minute you throw that idea to somebody else, then they want it, it should be enough to create for everybody. I mean, if there's a new luxury that just popped out, like before there was a cell phone or like an iPhone, now everyone wants a new iPhone. Before that first iPhone came out, you wanted your BlackBerry was bullshit. What I'm saying is that now you have to think that people would pay bills on cell phone towers that are already set up and paid for. All the computers are in place. Everything's set up. The fact that these guys get richer and richer and they're all competing with each other, like Verizon, AT&T, that doesn't make any sense to me. How can everything be for the benefit of all? That there's one fucking cellular thing set up and it's there to give out whatever for free. I think you pay for it. They think you pay for electricity. The power plants are already fucking there. You know what I'm saying? The coal is already there. What I'm saying is how all this shit got so far out of control. It's clearly it was the Pope saying he's got the triple crown, stating that he's above everybody. He burnt into the flesh of a newborn baby, the papal bull, stating that you're a slave. You check off male or female. That only pertains to cattle. Like, is it a male or female? Does it have white spots? Is it a black stallion? Is this what kind of? Is this Angus beef? Whatever it is about you, like you see in your birth certificate, blue eyes, brown eyes, blonde hair. You're categorized like cattle. You go to class so they know what to classify you as when you get done with school. You get your degree. What degree? Everything is all you're literally cattle. You have to do something, or somebody has to do something to pay for your lifestyle today. Whatever it is, you got to eat, or somebody has got to make something. If you're not having to make anything because you've got some endowment or whatever, somebody had to put all that shit into place with their hard work or whatever. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What I'm trying to get at is that the idea that people have to work like we do. The weekends, like
the weekend,
like the whole wording. Every word you speak is a magic spell. I published a video, and you hear the lady telling you, you wake up like you go to a wake. It's everything. It's the morning, like you're mourning the dead. Everything. You say good morning. You're mourning the death of the night. Is what I'm saying to you is that everything about our words is like it's like right there. Like the bank is like the bank of a river, and the flow of currency. That's what's used, the currency. That every freaking word. I mean, hides the freaking truth right there in plain sight. And like this whole God thing. People, to think that people worship, a false image. I don't care how much you hold this cross or whatever, you kiss it and do all, that is worshiping a false idol, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When I spill my blood on this magic box, you'd be better off taking your statue of Jesus and spilling your blood on there and saying, Jesus, if you're out there. You know, because it's like when I first stepped up and spilled out my blood, it was under super luminous 1, and now I'm the darkest guy in the fucking world. After I go from super luminous 1, Prince of Darkness, then to quasi luminous. People are like, oh, quasi here. Quasi is, you know, quasi luminous. You're luminous, but not quite. You know, people are always trying to attack this type of name.
Mm-hmm.
There are no accidents. The fact that quasi luminous reverses to Samael is out. It's fucking impossible. It's absolutely impossible.
Yeah, and that you see it now. That you're
because it comes after the fact. After we're already pointing out the angel of death shit, the Satan stuff. Now this happens to come out, and it's by the book. Has power over death. The one fucking power Satan has just turns out to be the power over sin and death. That's sin and death. They go hand in hand. If you're like sinless, you made an atonement with your soul, your parties, but like eventually it'll hit you. You're a mythical type person. You're here for a reason. You're supposed to just lay low, stay out of trouble, make some fucking videos with me. If it takes 1 year, 2 years, if we're going to unite enough motherfuckers by the book, and it all just comes together. It's you want other people to believe, you know, this type of shit. You pull the fucking shit together. You gotta pull your shit together. When I say that it's my sealed elector, it's like you're all each other's sealed elect. Me as king, I bow down before you. You can't bow down before me. I have the smallest castle in the kingdom. Everybody's got to be elevated above me. You know, to think if I didn't bow down to be a king, you cannot have a crown. That is ridiculous. Everybody else needs to have the crown. That's what makes you king. You've crowned everybody else in your kingdom, and you're elevating everybody and their lifestyle above you, and that's why you have this mythical power as king, because you're the most selfless person. Nobody's going to point a finger at you and say, yeah, he's ordering well. Look at him, he's eating better, living better, whatever. Yeah. How does that make you kingly? That you're living better than everybody. I don't get it.
Me neither.
How people don't get it that you would bow before your king who could hang you or tell you can't shoot the deer, you're going to starve, you're going to be pulled into our military and go up to wars that are just for us to profit and just to thin you out, keep you dumb. But look, the knowledge could have been handed down over the years. That knowledge has been kept from everybody. Basic shit. Now, yes, I'm telling you as a devil, I've disgusted at what I've seen. But at least I could see it, and you know, for you to know where you're going, you have to see where you came from. I could see where we're coming from. It's awful. I can see where we're going from, and it ain't got nothing to do with money, worship, or advice. It's about eternal life, forgiveness for your filthy soul, passage in the Garden of Eden, and the power to come back here and release everybody you suggest you hold dear, you know, from bondage. And if you say they're not in bondage, go look at your fucking birth certificate. It's on bonding paper. It's got a fucking bonding number. It's got borders on it and shit. You're categorized, and it's got to be notarized if you get a copy. You know, what I'm saying is, you couldn't get a driver's license without your birth certificate, social security card. You're so woven up. You got a telephone number, address, social security number. You got all kinds of accounts, everything. You can't do nothing without being on the grid. When they say getting off the grid, you'd have to be like up in Alaska, out in the mountains, literally with no cell phone. Because if you have any communication device that's sending out or receiving a signal, you're on the grid. Yeah. You're a fucking robotic slave. You're going to wake up every morning on time, get your breakfast on time, get to work on time. Whatever it is you do, you're going to fucking do it like you always do until somebody pulls you out of that, like you were arrested and forced to go to jail. Now you're on somebody else's time, where they wake you up at 3 o'clock in the morning and throw you a ham sandwich and a rotten apple and a carton of milk. Everybody's a creature of habit. Come on. Even if you don't have a job, you're still going to wake up, walk the dog on time. go to food shopping whenever you do. You call your mom every Wednesday, or whatever it is that you take your pills that you take regularly. People